was the conference?
Well, I think any form of education for the market is just fantastic. I think what you find more and more is that people want to know about LPO, they want to understand it, but it's very difficult to find information. It's very difficult to access, either the experts or the data or the stories that we heard today. So just exactly what we need.
No, I think the conference is an excellent idea. I think that lawyers and law firms typically have not been as aware of the implications of technology and in their practices, and so this is one of those conferences that gives lawyers an opportunity to learn a little bit more about some of the tools that they may have and some of the risks and issues that they need to ask about when they outsource legal services. So I think, and to be blunt, I have not seen a conference of this type that is catering to lawyers and legal information.
Well, I think it's a great idea. I mean, I think that, you have to, the only way to get people comfortable with outsourcing, lawyers comfortable with outsourcing, is have them really meet the vendors. That's, I think, really important, to have some kind of personal interaction.
Great. I learned as much from the questions as I brought with me. People really are bringing wonderful perspectives to it from their individual industries, which is wonderful. It's so nice to see various sides of the same question.
Well, first of all, I am honored to be here. Draft & Craft is a great company and a leader in its field, and I was honored to be asked to open the conference by lighting the lamp, and honored to be on the panel this afternoon on U.S. lawyers and their status in representing Indian clients and also having offices in India. I think you're going to see more and more of a need and do a great job by using firms like Draft & Craft, which will be that's the future.
Been very well organized. Really enjoyed hearing the talks. I think very informative, and I think the audience was excellent, very engaged, and it was a fantastic job. We need to do it more often, and we're going to see more.
Interesting forum. Certainly an opportunity to provide information, and that's.
I think it's important as an outsourcing company to have a range of services that you can offer. And I like the fact that you guys have a very multifaceted sort of approach. You're also open jurisdictionally to and sensitive jurisdictionally to a lot of the different practice areas of the different participants in the industry that could utilize your services. Here we have litigation practitioners, we had transactional practitioners, financial services companies, insurance companies, healthcare companies. And that is great and difficult to do, and difficult to master well. Great that you offer a broad range of services that can apply to.
I think it's a great idea. I think the fact that you brought in collateral issues of interest to the profession and the ethical issues were really quite interesting. Some of them I hadn't thought about. But I thought that was really, that was a very special touch to the session you did.
It was very good. I mean, the portion where you talked about the confidentiality was very interesting.
Right.
It's of concern, obviously. I think that most of my matters, I wouldn't have a conflict because I think most of my matters are against a large firm that would probably source everything inside their law firm. So I would imagine that I wouldn't have that type of conflict. So I'd like to try it and see how it works out.
Very good. The speakers were excellent, and finally we learned something about your company.
Oh, thank you.
It took a long time. We had to have lunch before we could find something about that.
First of all, I'm new to this outsourcing, but it's very interesting first. Very well organized. The organization is on a very high level.
Thank you so much.
And then I didn't get to the end of the conference. I think many interesting things are ahead of us. But as for now, this first of all very on the point. So it was very interesting, and I think we will hear more.